Do you follow any gurus? For too long, I followed anyone willing to tell me that I needed them to teach me how to be better, smarter, richer, or else. Then one day you realize that if you can only be effective if only, then no one can ever be enough because there's an infinite number of if onlys in the air we breathe online. Maybe Monk was right. Maybe it is a jungle out there. Here's how to get back into the clear air so you can breathe freely, think clearly, and produce joyfully. If you're sick and tired of being told you're sick and tired, first, let's look at the list of things that might be making you feel that way. Don't know how to write emails? Don't know how to build courses or a high-ticket offer? Don't know how to launch a subscription program? Don't know how to build your list with videos or social media? Or network? Or promote affiliate offers? Don't know how to do a launch? Run an ad? Do your own SEO? Design a kick-ass website? Or even write a blog post? Don't know how to write a sales video? Or do a webinar? Maybe a podcast? Well, the gurus say we have to do all these things right, or we are 100% destined to fail. I actually used to believe that, and it absolutely got to me. But really, there are so many things. Are we all destined to fail because we only have a certain amount of time here to become the world's greatest marketing everything? Clearly not. So most of us rely on best practices. Some of them even work. I give those away in many of my programs because they're good shortcuts to basic competence, and I think everyone deserves that. But then you have to do the real work, which is blending best practices with what makes you unique. If all everyone does is best practices, then everyone ends up looking the same, sounding the same, and getting the same crappy results. So sometimes that means ditching best practices. Take email, for example. I use very few best practices there, and mine are so lightweight it's embarrassing. They practically fly away if you even look at them. But I'm also told I may have some of the highest open and click-through rates in the industry. And you really only need to be good at a couple of things from that enormous list I showed a moment ago. I work with people who are naturally drawn to working with video. With one of my clients, we've been working out a method for him to create high-end videos for his legal practice. We've focused only on a few best practices because video has unlimited numbers of them. Recently, he told me he's over the moon about his new ability to create a well-written and produced video in under an hour. When you get the right ingredients together for you, the results can be shocking. You just have to be willing to trust yourself. The hummingbird doesn't know it can't fly. I wonder what it would do if it had that thought. You don't need that thought either. You're a more powerful being that way. That might be a scary thought itself. But in a time when so many of the things we used to believe have been exposed as utter falsehoods, it could be the perfect time to try a little self-trust. Most best practices are good for teaching you what others think is right. Sometimes we can use them, but I have found that happens more rarely than we believe. Maybe that's why so many remain eternally stuck. They don't see the role they're being asked to play in their own destiny. Instead, they wait for that one perfect guru with the best combination of ready-made practices that will lead them to the promised land. That's probably not going to happen. But you can have fun choosing the ingredients and making the recipe together. So here's the pitch for my guru program. Sick and tired of being sick and tired? Well, guess what? The real you has never once been sick or tired. The real you is well and full of energy and ready to build the world you've only daydreamed about until today. I wish it was so for everyone. The darkness has such a powerful pull these days. Not on you, I hope, because choosing the right best practices for your business and mixing them with what makes you one of a kind is the only way I know of to legitimately stand above the crowd. That bestows the kind of trust reserved only for a visible authority.